Hello, I'm Andi, and I'm going to read to you a program called Tarot Monthly Horoscope for October 2018. And this is for you coming from Cancer. And I'm going to shuffle my Kabbalistic tarot cards now. And I'm going to use the first card which I pull will have to do with your first 15 days of October. And this has got to do with your job. So you coming from Cancer, let's see what's happening to you. It's a dreadful card regarding your job. It says your job is not secure. A mistake you made will hit you right in the face, and it will come very strongly and make you very insecure. So you've got to be very careful at your place of job, with the people you work with the bosses, with whatever your responsibilities are, because everything seems to want to go wrong. And tell yourself, whatever you do, don't argue and don't be rebellious if you want to value your job. And trying to look for a new job, you won't get very far either. So hold on to your present job. However much you don't like it, work harder if you can. The second card that I'm going to pull has got to do with business if you're in business. This is also for the first 15 days of October, and for you coming from Cancer. Well, it says you want to be very adventurous, and you want to go into new horizons, and you want to try and tackle new types of business. And my answer to you is don't, because you are not ready. And because you are not ready, you're going to find that you are in no man's land. It's all going to be a waste of time. So stick to what you know, stick to what you have, and you'll be much, much safer in this first 15 days of October where business is concerned. And what about your general financial areas? No, it's money going out, money coming in, and you're not going to get much luck in attracting investors or in attracting people to help you financially. And even if you do attract, watch out, they're coming in for the wrong reason. So it's better for you to stay as you are, consolidate, which means look after the business you already have. Don't go for new issues. Now I'm going to move over to the last 15 days. Oh no, I'm not. I'm going to talk to you about your romance, marriage and family areas, and stick to the first 15 days for you. Let's talk of your romance. For you coming from Cancer, it's all upside down. It says your romance is upside down, which means that misunderstandings are all over the place. You don't want to argue, and you don't want your ego involved. And so if you want to protect the ongoing romance, you've got to work very hard. You've got about 70% going against you. And if you value it, never mind. It's only first 15 days, not 15 months. Try and cope with it. If you're fed up with that romance, well, kick it out of the door and say good riddance to you. That's very easily done. You won't even need an effort. But if you value it, you've got to work very hard for it. That's the romance for you. Difficult times, first 15 days of October. And so I'm going to talk to you about your marriage in the first 15 days. It's a much better card. It says long-term stability grows very nicely. So there's a lot of understanding from this card. And it also says that what you have to avoid is arguments or rebelliousness, and don't bring up past issues. That's what all you have to do. And the flowering and the growth of your marriage will be quite steady enough in this first 15 days. So there is minefield there. You have to learn how to walk around the minefield. And if you're smart enough, you would know how the minefield can explode in your face. And you would know by now how your marriage partner could go against you. So be very tactful, I would say. Let's talk of your family areas, which means include your parents, your siblings, relatives, uncles, brothers, sisters. And it's not a good card. It says stay away and don't share too many personal secrets with people who are related to you in some way or another in the family sense. Simple as that. Keep your problems to yourself, if you have any problems, whether in romance or in marriage, and that would be much better for you. Now I'm going to the last 15 days of October for you, and I'll start all over again talking to you about your job. Last 15 days, you coming from Cancer. It's a bad card. It says your job is at risk. I have to give you this bad news. You can easily lose it And everything you do is a misunderstanding. Either you're not working hard enough, either you're not listening to instructions, either you don't have respect for your bosses, but something very bad is happening here and you'll be in darkness after that. So tell yourself that in your area of job, you got to work very hard with plenty of respect shown for people. Otherwise you're going to get kicked out very fast and very quickly. And any mistakes you make would be exploding into your face. That would be another crisis. Next card I pulled for the last 15 days of October is to do with your business. Well, the warning is you could be made a fool of. It's a card called the Fool, but it doesn't always say you're going to be made a fool of. But in this sense, I would say, in your area of business, you could be made a fool of. And you have to be very careful not to listen to promises and listen to things like that from people. You have to tell yourself, you coming from Cancer, that it's all in the air, nothing is really grounded. So don't believe the promises you're making, just carry on with the business you have, consolidate, which means look after what you have, don't go into new areas. That would be the advice given to you. Let's look at your general financial area. And your general financial area for the first 15 days of October, well, it has feet, F-E-E-T, which means there is a foundation. So you're not totally lost in areas of finance. But there's a long journey before you can get more of it. So if you expect to attract business people coming in the last 15 days, I would say don't even think of it. Nobody's willing to put a penny into you. And so work with whatever you have humbly and slowly and work hard, and that way you will just make things all right enough. I'm going to now go into your area of romance for the last 15 days, you coming from Cancer. Oh, it's hot. Hot meaning that you are walking on coals, fired coals. So it's very unpleasant this last 15 days where your new romance is concerned. And you'll have to be very careful. If you find a new one, it comes very, very much crowded with problems. Don't want to go there. If you have your ongoing romance, you'll have to work very hard. It says, don't show your temper, don't argue. Definitely don't want to be stubborn either. So work hard if you value it, that ongoing romance, and you'll be able to save it. After all, it's only the last 15 days, it's not 15 months. Now let's talk of your marriage. And it's all about fire. You're igniting fire, you're igniting all that energy. And of course that means that either you or your marriage partner is going to blow his top, and you're going to be very aggressive in whatever you do. So is you listening to me, you don't want to show aggression. You don't want to go where arguments are. You don't want to be blunt. You don't want your actions to show that you are provocative. If you can do all that, you will control this card that way. Yes, cards can be controlled. It's only a message after all. And so it can be controlled. So do that and you will be able to help your marriage a lot. A lot. Let's see your general family areas, how they behave. Parents, sisters, brothers, siblings, aunties, uncles. Oh, I don't like aunties and uncles, let me tell you that. Family areas. Don't let them interfere with whatever is happening to you in your private form of marriage or romance. Simple as that. Word gets around very, very fast about all your headache, and people talk and they talk to each other in your family area. So keep things to yourself and you'll be fine. Now I'm going to talk to you about your lucky ages. There'll be a certain group of ages which will just defy all the odds and make you the luckiest person in the world. Okay? And so your lucky ages for the month, whole month of October, for you coming from Cancer. Yes. It says, the card is a powerful card, and if you happen to be the ages of 21 or 30 or 39 or 48 or 57 or 66 or 75 or even 84, you're going to be one very, very lucky person. Whether the job, whether the finances, whether the business, whether the romance, whether the marriage, whether the family, you're going to have that added protection and you're going to do well. To you lucky people. If you are not of these ages, don't panic. You'll have to see me for a 90-minute session, and that's going to cost you USD 50, and I'll tackle your next 7, 8 or 9 years for you, all areas of your life, and that will be based on your date of birth, your time of birth, looking at your palms, using Kabbalistic tarot, face reading you as well. We'll talk a bit more about that later. So your lucky ages were those. Now I'm going to talk to you about your lucky dates. There will be certain dates in the month of October which are going to be full of promise and give you spectacular help and support. And for you from Cancer, all right, it is a marvelous card. It says the element of growth is good, and I would choose that. Do whatever you can to improve your life in any area of your life on the 3rd, the 12th, the 21st and the 30th. Very powerful dates and nights. Use every minute of it, the 3rd, 12th, 21st and the 30th for any area of your life. Bookmark these dates. Chase for the romance, help your marriage, go find a new job. Do better in your existing job. Look for new business, improve your business, and your energies will be very powerful on the 3rd, 12th, 21st and 30th. Yes. Now I'm going to go to your lucky colors. And the lucky colors, let's see what they are going to be. Is that magnificent purple color for you. Wear plenty of it, touch plenty of it, in every form. And when you touch purple in this month of October, you find all the protection you can get and all the support that you want, whether mentally, whether physically, whether emotionally. It's a very powerful, it's the color of the heavens. Heavens meaning the link to God. Purple is. So in the month of October, you wear purple and you will be doing wonderfully well. I'm going to talk to you about your health now, and for the month of October, and let's see what the Kabbalistic cards say for the month of October, isn't it? Yes. All right. My first worry for you in Cancer is your spinal area, and it goes to your neck area. So your neck area is going to have some problems. It's a card of Mercury and it's a card of Venus, so it's a neck area, definitely. So you can endure it, which means hurt it, or you could have past problems again coming back. So be very careful. The other area I would worry about would be your knees and your ankles, either from accidents or either from an injury earlier. So look after these few areas. And well, I'm already Skyping and I'm charging USD 50 for a 90-minute Skype session. And during this 90 minutes, I'll use your time of birth, date of birth, look at your palms. I'll face read you, and I'll even use Kabbalistic tarot cards. Age by age, calendar year by calendar year, your next 8 or 9 months in detail. I'll give you a lot of information, your personal lottery numbers based on your date of birth, time of birth and your palms. And I'll give you all that lucky news about your lucky colors, your lucky directions, your lucky gemstones, your lucky days. A lot of information will come there. And so go to Skype, go to Facebook, send me an email, make the contact with me. And I will give you a date when we can get down to these 90 minutes. It's only going to cost you USD 50 to get all that info. Until then, thank you and good luck.